Let's go.
Okay, we are live now.
No, yeah, no, I don't know.
Awesome. All righty.
Refresh the page if you just.
Yep, you'll need to
Okay, yeah.
refresh the page if you don't see it already. But good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Welcome to the first Ambassador Quarterly Update meeting since we started the Starfish structure. So today, the 5 Ambassador chairs are together and we are going to share updates of what has been happening from October to December of 2021. And the developers will have their own meeting scheduled. That date has not been released yet, but it should be upcoming in the next couple of weeks. So any development questions you have, those will be saved for the next meeting, but any Ambassador ARM related questions, we hopefully will be able to answer today. So to start, my name is Amanda. I am the Impressions Chair, and we're just going to kind of go around and do our individual ARM updates. We are going to be starting with Interactions ARM, and from there, we'll be able to take any questions immediately after the short updates, or if you want to save it till the end of all of the presentations, you can do that as well. Whatever's up to you. We have a couple moderators in the YouTube, so that way we can watch the YouTube comments come in and then we can share them here on the Zoom, so that way we can answer your questions in real time. But without further ado, I will turn it over to Aonwise so that way he can do his first update. And you are now the host.
Okay, can you guys see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, welcome to the Interactions Quarterly Report for the month of October to December 2021. So about interactions, today we are the biggest arm of the Ambassador DAO with a 22-member strong team. Our ISMN arm is a full leaf of 13 members. Interactions budget, we have a budget of 12,000 nexus per month for 3 months, a total of 36,000 nexus. And at the end of December 2021, the reserve was 20,000 nexus. We have 4 teams under interactions, and the first team is the developer support. So our goal is to provide infrastructure and support for developers and use cases building on Nexus. So the developer support is led by me, Arun Pais, and the developer support team has been running and maintaining mainnet nodes. We have bootstrapped a fully functional, continuously running testnet for developers to test dApps with testnet coins before porting to mainnet. We have completed the developer documentation and it will be updated when new features are available. We will provide technical support for use cases. Rootlay was one of them. We write technical documentation for new features. We had a bounty for code snippets, which you can find in the developer documentation. The second team is the International Social Media Network team. The goal is to educate and spread awareness about Nexus in various countries. The social media arm is led by Kat, and the social media team has recruited 13 members, which is a full leaf from various countries. They have been promoting Nexus on various social media platforms in native languages. They have done the main Nexus website translations. The third team is the web and wallet support team. Our goal is to provide web and wallet support to the community. Okay, the support team is led by Neil Hellman, and the support team has recruited 3 members for the support team. They have been providing round-the-clock support on Telegram and Discord. They have been providing offline web support on Talk, which is the website widget. They have been listing wallet issues faced by the community, and they have been forwarding it to the developers to be resolved. They have created an internal knowledge base to help the new team members. The fourth team is the social media network. The goal is to educate people using social media about the technical aspects, news, and the various events which happen with the Nexus. So the social media team is led by Fluid Flow. They have been managing the Nexus official and community Twitter accounts. They have been managing the Facebook and Instagram accounts. They educate about the Nexus technologies and the events. Fluid Flow quit in December end and has been replaced by Christoph, who was part of the ISMN team. So if anyone from the community wants to join interactions, please get in touch with us.
Thank you, Ian.
If anybody has any questions, please, you can ask your questions now. I will shift to the YouTube. And I will make you, Amanda, the host.
Awesome, thank you. All right. So thank you, Aeon, for your update. And now I will go in and share the impressions arm update for the last quarter. Awesome. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So I know I introduced myself at the beginning, but once again, my name is Amanda. I am the Impressions Arm Coordinator. We have a small group in Impressions. We had 2 members for the last quarter, and at the beginning of this current quarter, we added a 3rd member. So a lot of the updates are going to be website based because that was our primary focus for the last quarter. Overall, in Impressions, we are handling the visual aspect of Nexus, like what do you see when you look at the website or advertisements per se, whether they are static banners that you would see on like CoinMarketCap or other various websites or social media advertisements. We are going to be focusing on both of those in this arm. So what happened last quarter? Like I said, a lot of this will be website based for the updates, but in October, we released light mode. So now viewers can look at the Nexus website in both dark mode and light mode, which was a highly requested feature. And then in December, we released the first 10 translations of the higher level Nexus IO website. Since then, we did add an 11th translation. So we have lots of content that has been translated. Thank you so much to the translations team for doing that. 3, I believe, of those translations are not 100% complete. So if you do happen to look at the website and see a language is not complete that you do speak, and you are interested in helping finish those up, please let me know, and I can point you in the right direction of how to access those files. On the advertisement side, what we've been working on is collecting feedback for future quiz campaigns, similar to Coinbase Earn or what CoinMarketCap Earn. A lot of different platforms are doing that now. We have been looking for kind of questions that are good intro to Nexus questions that will help anybody who may not be familiar with Nexus or the blockchain at all kind of get to know Nexus and what Nexus is offering. We do have a website page up that will collect the feedback. It is nexus.io/impressions-feedback. I can go in and reshare that page in the Telegram channel if anybody would like to go in and add some feedback for it. It was floating around there about a month ago, I believe. And then we've also just been preparing for a new wave of advertisements in general. We've been playing around with different ideas of how we want to advertise. You look at a lot of crypto projects in the space and you see a lot of shilling or memes or all these type of advertisements. And we've been just kind of seeing what the community has liked so far, what they'd be interested in seeing, and trying to find a way to make Nexus stand out in a positive way. So we did not start releasing any ads last quarter just because we were starting to get our bearings, getting over the 2 large releases of the website. So that way our small team of 2 that's now 3 could have more time to focus on it. But for this quarter, which we'll recap in a couple of months, we are getting ready to start launching ad campaigns, and hopefully we'll have some good metrics to share when the time comes. Some audit information. As a preface, one of the pages that I am working on for the website is an entire Embassy Health page that will feature audit information for each of the Starfish arms for each of the Starfish. So that will include the developer branch as well. General information about each of the arms and the 2 Starfish, and some goals or their objectives of the things that they're working on, including the teams. So basically, I will be taking the developer team page and the ambassador team page and adding tons of information about what each of the arms are doing. That page is not quite ready yet, so I just threw what I would be showing on the page for the arm in the slideshow. We currently have just under 21,000 Nexus in reserves. The last quarter, we were getting 12,000 Nexus a month. As you can see, a lot of it stayed in the reserves. And now moving forward for this quarter, we will be getting 15,000 Nexus a month. Some of those things that the Nexus will be going towards is those ad campaigns. We are now working on seed cards, so that way we have physical cards that will be distributed out and spreading the word about Nexus in a grassroots way. More will come on that in the next quarterly update. And then just the general contractor payments as well. You can view the invoices directly from the API at the URL listed, or view the balance directly via the API at the second URL listed. Both of these URLs are also available from within the Telegram in one of the pinned messages. I can once again re-forward those so that way anybody who is interested can take a look at those. But this data will all be presented on the Embassy Health page that I'm hoping to get out in the next couple weeks, just so that way everybody can see all of the different types of updates and information for all of the arms we have. And then my contact information on Telegram, you can reach me at AmandaCM. And then for email, my personal Nexus email is amanda@nexus.io. Or if you have more general questions for the impressions arm as a whole, you can send them directly to impressions@nexus.io. And that concludes my portion of the update. Does there happen to be any questions in YouTube about the impressions arm? Who are we targeting with these advertising? That's one of the things that we've been really focusing on in terms of kind of talking with the community, because we want people in the blockchain space who are already in crypto to find Nexus, but we also want to reach out to people who don't know about Nexus, who aren't familiar with it, because Nexus has so many different utilities that can be used. Even specifically the invoice module that I was just talking about. Anybody who does any contract work could use that simple module if they wanted to pay in Nexus. So we're still getting a good feel from the community on who we do want to target specifically in terms of when we put the ads out, because you can specify a lot of that like targeted reach, especially on social media when you post it. But we will be keeping you guys updated once we really narrow that down. But our goal initially is going to be to put out a few smaller advertisements with a broader range just to see how they all perform. So that way we can collect the metrics, compare them to each other, see what our best reach is, and then move forward from there. Why does the monthly allotment change month to month? So it actually does not change month to month at the branch level. It has been voted on in the quarterly update, which that YouTube video was posted last week, I believe. And the ambassadors met together individually, us 5, the developers met individually, and then we came together and said, hey, this is what we are hoping for the budget moving forward. What do you guys think? What do we think? Yay, nay, as you guys saw. And then we move forward from there. What is coming for the next quarter? This quarter specifically for the impressions arm, I am currently working on getting translations prepped for the resource hub. There's quite a bit of content in the resource hub for you guys that go and look at it daily. So there is a lot of work coming up for me, the translators, for everyone to get it there. But I hope to start to slowly incorporate translations as they come in from the other team. We in impressions are working on a conference appearance that would be happening next quarter, so not this quarter, but this quarter will also include starting to release ad campaigns on social media, potentially static banner campaigns across other sites such as CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, sites like those. We also have seed cards now available. As I mentioned earlier, they have been printed and sent to one of the ambassadors to have ready for the Anarchapulco conference that he and Colin will be at in a couple weeks. And I hope to share lots of metrics and data that we have available for those advertisements, for the seed card distributions on the website in the next quarter when we catch up again. So I think from there, I'll stop taking questions, and if there's any more specific to impressions, I will answer them at the end. But next is going to be the relationships update report. So I will turn this over to Gidi so that way he can share his screen and get the update from him.
Thank you, Amanda.
You are very welcome, and you are now the host.
Yeah, I'm trying. Host disabled says. Host disabled participant screen sharing. It says that you are still the final.
You should be good now.
Yeah. Sure. So can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, we are Nexus Embassy US, and we are the relationships branch. We take care of several things, internal and external, like, for example, use cases, listing exchanges, community relationships between the community members and also between interested parties. We have been doing continuous work in the last quarter. We have 7 members at the moment, the 6 facilitators and the chair. The team is comprised from community is Phil, or Sleeping Buddha, he's in Telegram. In outreach, we have Dash. And use cases, we have Gabriel, and he has his sub branch of 13 already filled. I also want to send my good health and situation for Gabriel. He's with COVID, so I hope he's getting better at the moment. In admin affairs is Chris Himsker. You know, he's always in the channel. Right now, he's in a moderator right now in YouTube chat. In projects, we have Nino, Degree, and also Chris. So it's a good team and has been doing a lot of work in the background that I will tell you more about it right now. We have been reached for at least 11 exchanges. We have been pursuing different degrees of possible listings. In general, we have, and you know, I've said in the community that we have these issues with funds at the moment because they're charged quite a lot. And also there's a lot of scammers out there too. So, but at the moment we are still trying to reach, but more at a regional level instead of global. What else we have? We have the first partnership with crypto.com that we did last year. We are continue working with them. We are in talks for another collaboration that I cannot talk because it's not already finished. We are coordinating an Acapulco, so we will have a booth because Colin is speaking there and also doing a workshop. Phil is going to go there. We will give some leather wallets to people that were donated by Nseiso from an old member of the community. So thanks, Nseiso. We have the last partnership with Rutilay that was a joint effort with interactions, impressions, media too. Thanks, guys. After some bugs, we were able to finish it, and now you can pay with fiat and credit card specifically in different currencies. At least I used mine in my country and it worked. So yeah, we are doing okay with that. We have some use cases. We have the Nexus Academy in Chile, and we are doing something similar in Africa. We are creating a Nexus lab to develop some technology to increase performance of automation regarding to ecological restoration using Nexus as the main database. And we have other 4 use cases that are on process that I hope to tell you more about it in the next months. We have 2 more partnerships in process related education, crypto education in India and other close countries, and also in the sports field. And we are finishing the DEO draft, so that will be analyzed by relationships, then by all the chairs, and then it will be analyzed by the whole community. What are our next steps? We need to enroll a new member. We are being very picky because we need high quality members. And we already have a candidate. He's working outside at the moment, but probably he will join us soon. As I said before, we are pursuing listing regional crypto exchanges, specifically in LATAM, in Latin America. And we are looking for members so they can fill in the subgroup roles. And we are doing this every day, trying to increase the awareness of Nexus, specifically on non-crypto environment, because you know that in general, crypto is still starting. Like more than 90% of the people don't know what they can do with blockchain technology. So that's a big thing that we need to do. And do we need help? Yeah, and we are getting help from inter-branch joint efforts. For example, we are working in a sport field, and we will have kind of a partnership with them, and we will get part of the funding from other branches. We're looking for volunteers, of course. And if you have any idea about use cases or outreach, or if you know someone that would be like gain a lot of opportunities using our blockchain, I invite you to reach us. I am GD6 in Telegram. So I'm trying to be there. If I am not there, there is Rose too. So this has what has been going on in the last months. I don't know if you have questions. I will stop sharing the screen now.
There is one question for you, Heath,
Okay.
which is, can you elaborate on the use cases? Does the 4 that you mentioned include BEF and that one announced in the Forbes article, or are these 4 different use cases?
Yeah, we have those are already known. The 4 that I already talked are not yet finished. MBX blockchain is already working with us. It's part of us, and not only because our branch also takes care of coordinating between the different other branches. For example, MBX use case is being taken care by Arun, by myself and Gabriel, and we have others. But in this case, I am talking about others. With MBX is already known, and DVEF is already working, and they are their own at another level because they already have the hybrid integration, and they have been doing really good work. Even I know that as Colin said, and Mike from DVEF expressed, he wants to help us in kind of helping us into getting better projects out there, because as I remember, he told us that he was really helped by Nexus, so he want to deliver back to us some help. So yeah, I was talking of another use cases that I cannot share because I need to finish them first. Is there another?
At the moment, no. That looks like it is it. Thank you, Gidi.
Yeah, nice. Thanks.
All right. Next up, we have the media update. Let me pass the host privileges over to you. And you should be all set to share your screen.
If I had one. You hear me, guys?
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
So, hey, guys, I'm DMed from the media arm. We are currently 6 people in the group. Everyone has its own responsibility and tasks. There's Alec, who does 2D graphics, vector graphics in hand-to-hands with Mr. Wu. There's Balu. He's completely new from Singapore. He's proven to be really helpful to us. He does mainly videos and voiceovers. And then we have Elvina and Aflatun. They are our real short footage specialists. I mean, they both of them have experience with theater and dramaturgy, and yeah, so they are basically responsible for the live shot footages. So till this point, we've been focusing on mainly on social media, videos, contents, multimedia contents, as well as for media for the articles. And now, since we started to work together with Christoph from the social media group, and they do a really good job. So they are more separate in regards of graphics. So that we won't need to do as much graphics for them as before. We've made a script for a documentary. That's one of our big goals, to make a 30-40 minutes documentary about Nexus, Colin, and about basic general blockchain questions. The script is ready. We found narration, a pretty good guy who has a good voice. I'm currently in talks with a US-based not company. They are 3 guys. They're gonna do the shooting in regards to the interviews. So that's coming along good. Currently, we have 16 or 14,000 Nexus in reserve. I needed to pay an animation before from Starfish that set us back quite well. What else do I have here? Yeah, our main focus will be from right now to initiate small creative projects wherever where we can. There's a music festival and there's a film festival. We are both in contact with. There's great artists and huge media companies as well that are gonna sponsor the whole thing, and our part would be taking care of Nexus related media materials and to provide a smaller amount of prizes in Nexus. And that would be, I mean, for such a project, we need to spare at least 8 to 12 to 15K USD. So that means we need to spare a lot. I'm thinking right now in 6 months or even a year period that we can fulfill such a bigger volume project. What else? Yep, we always looking for new members as well. We could use some help. We want to do quality graphics, quality media, not just some things for Twitter. And yep, that would be it. You can ask any questions you have. Wanda, could you help me? I don't have YouTube.
Yes, I'm keeping an eye on the chat, and so far it does not look like you have any questions.
Okay. You can reach me on Telegram, guys. Anytime. With ideas, with everything.
Thank you very much, Matt. All right. Next up is going to be Paul sharing the communications update. And you now have host privileges, Paul. You should be able to share your screen.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Hello, everybody. My name is Paul, and I am the branch chair for communications. And let's take a look at how the last quarter went for us. So to recap, currently we have 5 team members, and we published a total of 5 articles in major crypto themed websites. And we will take a look at those in a little bit. We also recently put out a call for more writers to join the ARM, because we can use a few more writers, especially in this run up to the next Nexus update. And we actually got 6 great prospective writers interested in joining us. And out of those 6, currently, we are in the process of onboarding 2 of them. And we will also be looking for more, and I'll talk about that later as well. Our previous monthly allotment for every month in Q4 was 12,000 Nexus. And since we haven't been going hard on the content marketing yet until the upgrade is coming, we have a balance of 31,295 Nexus, which is a nice amount to have. And our current Q1 monthly allotment is 15,000 Nexus. So we got a little bit of a bump as the other arms did, as you heard earlier. So the published articles that we got out there are the top 10 reasons to build on Nexus, how 5 popular smart contract platforms compare to Nexus, which is a fantastic article, Nexus.io versus 5 popular smart contract platforms. That one sounds similar because some of these sites, they require a certain word length and it can't go above it. So the original one is 3,500 words and it's full of fantastic content where you can basically see Nexus is really takes the cake compared to all the popular ones you hear about. While the other article is cut at 1,000 words. So we needed to kind of trim it a little bit. We also have Nexus.io, low cost and easy dApp development, showing you just how easy and affordable it is to create dApps with Nexus, and even for free using the bubble in certain capacity. And also Nexus integrating blockchain functionality with traditional applications. It's a good one for people who are more tech savvy. Let me go back here. Sorry about that. What we're doing to plan ahead is what we want to do is write and publish 2 to 4 articles per month. So that would definitely be an increase from where we were this past quarter. And to go with that, we'll need more writers to help us do that. We also want to fill out all 8 spots of the communication arm. As you saw earlier, I said we have 5 members. We definitely would like to get that filled out so that at least we have the full 8, and then we can move on to leaves from there. We also want to streamline the process of selecting content topics, writing, editing, and publishing, basically the entire gamut of what it takes for a content marketing to be actualized. We also want to provide more layperson's content for people new to crypto, because as one of the other branch chairs mentioned, most people have basically no idea about much of anything about crypto. Not that they don't want to, but they just see all this tech speak and all these articles. It's a little overwhelming. So we definitely want some more broad and general content to introduce people to cryptocurrency in general, and also add in there a little bit about Nexus so that we are their first foray into crypto. Also, we want to prepare content in advance for the next upgrade, for a major marketing push, 5.1 and 6.0. We want to have a nice cache of content ready to go once that comes, because that's something we definitely want to get out there into the world, really let people know about it. So yeah, we are seeking new writers. if you are interested in writing for Nexus, if you love crypto, if you are passionate about the mission and vision and goals that Nexus has, please contact us via our social media channels or just send me a DM at Paul Luminari on Telegram. And just really quickly, can you see my screen? Okay, so this is one of the articles on Publish OX that we published about low cost and easy dApp development. It's a great read if you're more technical, but also some interesting information there that you'd be able to understand even if you don't know that much tech speak. We have on Hacker Noon, Nexus IO versus 5 popular smart contract platforms. This is the full article, the 3,500 word epic that we wrote about how Nexus compares to Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, and Cosmos. And we have a handy chart here that lets you know basically how every platform performs and compares to Nexus, and how Nexus is clearly better in a lot of these areas than these other ones. So yeah, give that a read when you get a chance. I'm gonna place links for all of these in the Nexus community Telegram group after this live stream is over. We also have the integrating blockchain functionality with traditional applications article on AMB crypto. And this is a good article that gives you pretty much like more technical, on the more technical side, but it's very rich with information about what Nexus can do. So, and this is the on Crypto Compare, which is a popular crypto site, the shorter 1,000 word version. So if you don't want to read the whole thing on the other site, just pop over here and you'll see the quick and dirty of how we compare with the other ones. And 10 reasons to build on Nexus. Pretty self-explanatory. There's a lot of fantastic reasons why you should come over and start building on Nexus and bring more people over to the ecosystem. So I believe I am done. Amanda, if you can help me out.
Absolutely. So there are a couple questions for you in the YouTube chat.
Okay.
As well. To start, what qualifications are needed to be a writer for Nexus?
Well, if you know English and you are passionate about crypto, you're passionate about the vision of Nexus, and whether you want to write, more technical articles or more general introduction to crypto articles where we tie in Nexus, that's pretty much it. You don't have to have a writing degree or have years of experience. So yeah, if you're interested, just let us know.
Awesome. Thank you very much. The next one that you kind of already touched on is how many articles are you planning to do next quarter? And is it mostly going to be 5.1/6.0 updates, or will there be some on the use cases as well?
We're looking for like in the range of basically 5 to 10 articles, 6 to 12, something like that. It'll probably be more like an exponential growth while we go through the quarter as we get more writers onboarded. And first, we want to focus on 5.1 for sure, because that's the next update that's coming out. There's a lot of juicy updates in there. And 6.0, we're still deliberating as to which channels to go through, because some of these channels, like Cointelegraph, very expensive, $8,000 per article. It's basically, not worth it in most situations. So we have to be very, we have to deliberate about how is best to use the funds that we have to have the maximum visibility and reach for Nexus via the content marketing.
Awesome. Next question, which kind of segues back to might be for you, might be for the media arm as well. Are there any plans to develop more visually enhanced assets versus articles that are text heavy, more like infographics, solution briefs, etc.?
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely a media branch, I would say, question. But I think we absolutely should have more, because people do not have long attention spans, myself included, and we just want to see it and get the information in and move on. We don't always have time to read an article. And also, when someone's new to the project, they're more likely, I believe, to just look at a visual, and then if they're more interested, they'll read more about it. So yeah, I think definitely we should focus a little more on infographics and visual material for marketing purposes.
Awesome, thank you. That was the last of the questions specifically for communications. There is one, the MAD, for you that got asked right after we switched to the new update. So if you still have a chance to answer, the question is, what is the plan for distribution for the documentary once it is completed?
Social media, and I will try to have an article around it, about it, and then push that way too. But mainly the distribution will be through social media, YouTube, Twitter, and so on.
Awesome. Thank you very much. There is about a 20-second delay from our chat to the YouTube as well. So we will give a couple minutes. If anybody else has any questions, I see that there is one in Telegram. So I am jumping over to Telegram to find that question as well. But if anybody else watching the YouTube stream has any more questions, please feel free to share them in the live chat. We can stick around for a minute or two to answer any more that you guys have. Which it looks like the question is, the person would be happy to hear an easy explanation of how Nexus can be used by who in a simple way, so people that are far from crypto or tech could understand how Nexus works and contribute to it. So I very briefly touched on this in my update, just because there are so many different ways that people could use Nexus. So we want to be able to advertise it to a lot of different people, but truly anybody can use Nexus. And whether it be on the development end, where there are so many options of documentation that's been created for the development. We have the no-code platform Bubble, where there are a lot of community members building decentralized applications on there. People in the future, moving forward, after some code base updates, it will have the decentralized file system that can be used. Anybody will be able to store files on the blockchain. Lots of stuff like that. I'm sure there will be much more information available on the development Zoom if you are looking for a more development answer. I don't believe the person who is on the call that asked the question is on the call right now. But yeah, if anybody else has a specific thing that they want to mention about what people could do with Nexus that isn't technical, you guys are feel free to do so as well.
I have a theory. My dream would be to make a decentralized film studio, sort of. So basically, you could tokenize your film, you could tokenize your idea, and have it funded by a community or by enthusiasts, and make your idea or film or project, whatever, in regards of creativity, be alive, to become alive. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
No, that's awesome. And then Gidi, I see you have your hand raised as well to answer.
Yeah. Is our branch relationship has the responsibility find and use Nexus technology. And we got, you know, that in crypto they call this BUDL, like huddle. We build relationships with interested parties, persons, companies that want to use blockchain to increase security, for example, of their applications. In insurance, for example, you need to have a very good database that will not get corrupted, for example, and that it cannot be tampered with. So that is a really good use case. Another great use case is in the area of science. After Nexus protocol is finished, you will be able to use geospatial, location-based analysis to do geocaching, for example, to do analysis of different kind of species of maybe flora, fauna. The uses that you can give to people are too great. For example, you can use it in government, or to create your own independent Nexus city, for example. You can, and these are things that we are having in talks, but this will take a lot of time. You can finally generate some kind of decentralized organization for a small city or a Nexus city. And when you reach a consensus between the rules that you can have, you will not need someone that will govern you. You will have the whole blockchain as the entity that will govern, because you already decided, you already passed that in voting. So if you need to do something that it's kind of different from the rules that you have, you will need to ask, and you may or you may not, but you will have this entity that will be helpful for everyone and will be fairer than someone that can be bought with money or with influences. So you can use it, I think, that in everyday life. And finally, we, at least in development countries and continents like Latin America and Africa, think that using blockchain for giving back people's power to buy and to transfer value of things instead of paying with fiat, they can use the peer-to-peer market, and you can create
Create new
local.
values.
Yeah, there are many in medicine, in patents, so it's just too many. Blockchain is a technology, and that's what I think that it makes a difference from other like inventions. Is like it improves every kind of technology that you have. We don't need even to talk about the decentralized internet, because that's something that we have been talking for several years. But that's what I can say. There are many things that you can do with blockchain. Many that you don't need to at the moment, but in the future you will. So yeah, that's my take on it. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Gidi. We did get quite a few questions in the YouTube chat as well, so we'll just kind of start going down the list. The first one is, any plans to engage YouTubers to spread the word on Nexus? For advertisement purposes, specifically for the impressions arm, that is something that we have considered, that we have talked about. We've been weighing all of the options right now, so we have not started pursuing that yet. I'm not sure if any of the other arms, like marketing or interactions, that work a lot with kind of like the partnership angle, which would be Gidi as well, if they've thought about it. But specifically for impressions, it's been considered, but it's not going to be our first advertisement platform that we go with.
Yeah, in our case too, we have one, and it was good. We got some influx of people, and even some of them started creating a use case. But in general, when you analyze all this stuff of Ask Me Anything or many others, in general, you find a lot of bots, and it's kind of difficult because crypto is, of course, the technology is great, but also you have many people that wants to get rich fast. So as personally, I have been learning about filtering this stuff, and we want to do some, but I think that we will do it ourselves.
Awesome. The next question is for Paul. Could we get one place where all of the articles are published, such as Medium?
That's a great idea. I believe we can get all of them published on PublishOX because we prefer to use that over Medium. So we'll take a look at what we have published to this point, and anything that has not been placed on PublishOX, we'll get it on there.
Awesome. Next question, scale of 1 to 10. How excited are we for the next 3 months of Nexus? I will say solid 12.
Yeah, 10 plus,
10
I
from-
think.
Yeah, 10
plus.
plus.
Yes, 10 plus.
Waiting for the devs. Yeah, I think that it will be great. So stay tuned.
Awesome. There's still more. Thanks, you guys, for sending in all of your questions. I do appreciate it. I lost my place. I'm scrolling back up a little. How do the arms envision the enhancement of collaboration between themselves, which might improve efforts? So briefly, to kind of explain the Starfish a bit too, is before the Starfish was activated, everybody was working on a little bit of everything. And once the Starfish was activated, everybody found their niche and is working in their specific Starfish arm. So I wouldn't be specifically working on the social media stuff anymore. I was focusing on the impressions, the website, the advertisement, stuff like that. We do have collaboration between arms, such as if we're looking for new graphics for the website, we can reach out to media, or when communications gets a new article ready, they reach out to the media arm. Or if we're interested in getting something posted on social media, we reach out to interactions. Those type of relationships still happen, but there's not much working collaboration where we help facilitate the work of a specific arm, if that makes sense, if it's not our own. And if anybody else would like to give more in-depth of an explanation, please do so.
As in regards with the media arm, we came to an agreement with social media, with Christoph, that we're going to do several campaigns, Nexus campaigns, in different themes or topics. And that will be a true cooperation between social media and media. They're going to provide the text, the framing, and we're going to do the visual, the visual of the visual representation of the campaign. Finally, sorry.
Yeah, yes. We are doing some inter branch projects that I cannot share at the moment, but they are good. Why inter? Because at some levels we need to coordinate between us and reach consensus to finally deliver and reach a goal. We are having this kind of coordinated efforts in some stuff. These are blooming organically. Like we are working with DMAT and other people from his branch, and if we are really focused on trying to deliver the best as we can, and that's what has been like flourishing like organically. So that's what I can say at the moment. But yeah, in general, the Starfish has very clear boundaries, but these boundaries can be, it's not that you are breaching, but you are like connecting with the other partner at the same level, and then from that level you can go up or lower and coordinate. So it works like more efficiently, at least in my opinion. Thanks.
Thank you, Gidi. The next question is there a way, in addition to quarterly reports, we can follow the plans, results, and achievements of each of the arms? Absolutely. For impression specifically, I can give out kind of monthly updates if the community would like, whether they are written and posted to the Medium or Publish OX account or shared in Telegram or Twitter, stuff like that. We can definitely do that. And I'm sure the other arms are interested in potentially doing the same. What do you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely. We could share it on the webpage, actually.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good point too. There's the roadmap is very technical based. So something that we have been in initial talks about being considered is doing an ambassador roadmap page. So that way we can track the things that we are working on, such as the Media's documentary, the progress of the resource hub translations, the articles that are being published, stuff like that. So maybe we can kind of incorporate a roadmap / monthly achievement page and get that posted for you guys. That's something I can work on as well.
Awesome.
This next question, Gidi, might be a good one for you. Is there any update on the voting / election use of Nexus that Colin had been mentioning in the chats previously?
We are finishing the drafts of the DEO with the algorithms. These are first written in text in natural language. Then these are passed to mathematics. We hope we finish this year. This has been quite a lot because we had many things that we didn't like plan, and this has been good because after the Starfish began, we have some issues at first, and this has been documented and then analyzed, and after that modeled, and then we will put this, and Colin of course will put this in the algorithms inside the blockchain. So I don't want to give dates because of course we are not that good with that, but I hope this year. So that's what I can check, but there at least there is like someone told me it's like 12, at least 12 algorithms. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Gidi. Some of the other questions we did, to kind of answer briefly, we did the quarterly recap at the beginning of this video. If you did join late and only started seeing the AMA portion of it, that is following the actual updates themselves. This is all recorded by YouTube, so once this live stream ends, it will stay on YouTube. You will be able to go back and rewatch the video and see all of our updates. I will also share the presentation set of slides that I used into our Telegram channel. I believe Gidi has already shared his as well. And if you have any specific questions for it, you can always reach out to us on Telegram or by email, anything like that. And then the final question that I have gotten from Telegram is, we kind of answered it briefly, but just to kind of reiterate, what is coming in the next quarter for all of the arms? Impressions specifically, we are working on lots of new pages, Embassy Health Report, Ambassador Roadmap Update page, Resource Hub translations, seed card maps, so that way you can see where in the world all of these seed cards are being distributed, advertisement campaigns. We will be sending impressions representatives to conferences in the future. However, that's not this quarter, that is next quarter. That will be talked about more on the next update, but lots of good stuff is coming.
For the media arm, it's going to be the documentary, the shooting for the documentary, interviews with Colin, the media campaign with social media, and the music festival, preparation for the music festival.
I told about this, but we hope to finish the thing that we are working with media before May, and this will be good for getting out there the name of Nexus outside the Nexus, outside the blockchain and crypto universe, and to start finishing those 4 use cases. We have coming something with crypto.com too, so that's from our side.
Awesome, thank you. There are a couple questions left. I'll wrap it up with one more. If anybody would like to throw their questions in Telegram for us to finish answering, please do so. But last one we'll take for today is, collectively, what do you envision being the biggest achievement in the next quarter? If anybody would like to start.
I think that will be the launch of 5.1, and with 5.1 we have peer-to-peer marketplace, which is going to be one of our biggest use cases. And with 5.1 we have the overall API systems, so most of the things will be sorted out with the APIs, and then we will have the use cases which will be coming out, and most of the use cases will start with after 6.0, because we are waiting for the 2FA, because without the 2FA we don't have a way of connecting to the dApp, the wallet to the dApp. So 5.1 will start the dApp development, and 6 will be the launch of most of the dApps which were already building. And we will be having a few YouTube videos which will be coming very soon from a third party regarding how to develop using Bubble, no code. And this 5.1 we will be having marketing from the communication side, and from our side we'll be having some articles, technical articles, and then media and impressions, and everybody we will be pushing with 5.1.
Yep, I agree. 5.1 is going to be very big for Nexus this quarter, and it's really going to get the ball rolling for each of the arms, getting lots more information or other things released, and it will just really kind of kick off a lot of productivity for all of us that we can't wait to share on the next quarterly update.
Yeah, I have finally a word that we like to, that is adoption. That's what we hope. We hope with the use cases that we are doing, we will gain more momentum and adoption. And in our vision, at least, doing adoption is finally at middle and long term better than chilling something. If you chill something, you are like igniting it and it will last what it lasts when you ignite something like in a blaze of fire. But if you build and if you adapt, this will keep the foundation strong, and you will be able to keep building from it. So yeah, in our vision is adoption.
The other thing we are we are looking forward for is the Anarchapulco crypto conference, where Colin will be there, and obviously relationship arm will be there, and we are looking to push Nexus over there, and I hope that 5.1 will be ready for at least public testing by then. So we should have some good exposure over there.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. So there are a couple additional questions that are being shared in the YouTube channel. I will copy and paste all of those over to our Telegram channel, which is at Nexus Official, for you guys to see the rest of the answers there. But we will cap it off here. We just want to say a big thank you to everybody who joined and has been listening in to our update. We will be sharing more updates with you guys through Telegram, on Twitter, through Medium, all that sort of stuff. And we look forward to seeing you all in the next quarterly update. Bye, everybody.